can't believe it. I just heard that the worst mayor in the history of New York City, and without question, the worst mayor in the United States, is now running for president. It will never happen. I'm pretty good at predicting things like that.
This is going to be ugly. Bitter war between President Trump and New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio continues tonight. And now the latest Democrat to enter the ring is taking a page direct from the Trump playbook to fire back at his 2020 foe.
Hey, Condon, I saw your video, and man, you looked really low energy, and you were getting your facts wrong, because crime actually has gone down in New York City 5 years in a row, and our economy is booming. I really think you better rest up, because you're going to need it for the election ahead. We're coming for you.
Those fighting words, right? Joining me now, Jason Meister, Trump 2020 Campaign Advisory Board member, and Zach Friend, former spokesperson for Obama for America. Great to have both of you with us tonight. This is basically like, two guys from New York duking it out. And this war of words has already begun. It's interesting to me, Zach, that, it seems like a lot of people on Mayor de Blasio's side of the political fence are not happy he's running.
Yeah, I don't know what lane Mayor de Blasio is really thinking that he's going to occupy. I mean, the people that have been successful so far, at least in early polling, like Vice President Biden, are really trying to go down a totally different road and speak more toward the industrial Midwestern voters. Yeah. I'm not really sure that the tactic that he's taking is really going to work. Well,
that's an interesting point. Let's look at what some folks on the street in Iowa said when they were asked about this new candidate.
Have you ever heard of Mayor Bill de Blasio?
No, I don't think I have.
Have you ever heard of him?
No, I haven't.
Are you from here?
Yeah.
No, I have not. I'm sorry.
That's okay. What about you?
No, we're brand new to this town.
We're brand new to this town. He has nothing to do with this town, but they don't know who he is anyway. Jason?
Martha, you just asked New Yorkers. We all know who de Blasio is. He has devastated our city. If you look at homelessness, which is up over 50% under his watch, if you look at murder rates, if you look at rape rates, I know that he says the crime is down. It's actually plateaued, but murder rates and rape rates you cannot play with. They're up nearly 10%. This mayor has been a devastation to our city. And really what I think I would take out of this is that there's this debate right now in this country between socialism and capitalism. De Blasio has put the experiment of socialism into Manhattan, into New York City, and it has failed miserably under his watch. Look at what he did to Amazon. He chased tens of thousands of jobs out of this city. It devastated the economy. And so I think that this is really what you have to do is look at New York City when you look at socialism versus capitalism.
Well, it's an interesting point, Zach. And, you look even at, like, the school charter issue. Mayor Bloomberg really wanted to elevate and, increase the number of charters. And then when de Blasio came in, they put $773 million into this Renew Schools fund, and it went nowhere. It's done, basically. And they lowered the number of charter schools that could start here. What do you make of that sort of broader national issue about the kind of things he's done here and whether or not they're going to sell nationally with the other candidates as well?
Martha, that's actually a really key point, because what got him elected, and similar to what got Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez elected, and I'm from California, what may get you elected in California doesn't necessarily play very well in the industrial Midwest. I mean, we have to be honest that this election will be won in the states that Trump flipped in 2016. A New York City mayor is going to have to be able to show that he can work toward Pennsylvania and white working class voters across that spectrum in order to do that. And these kinds of issues that he's run on or currently owns will be difficult to translate into those votes.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely will, Jason. And, so it makes me wonder, whether or not. I mean, first of all, it's like, do you think that all of these folks getting in is good? It's just helping Joe Biden?
I do. I think it is helping Joe Biden. I don't think there's a candidate yet that I have seen that is competitive with the president on his record. The economy is soaring. We have GDP growth. We have historic unemployment for African Americans, women. And so I think it's going to be very difficult. I think they're going to rip each other apart. But I think going back to de Blasio, I think that he really is a miserable candidate for the Democrats. I think that he'll probably make it to the debates. But I just can't see him. I can't see him making it beyond
Charlie
that point.
Gasparino reported that he's also a miserable mayor, that he hates the job, and that he wants to be rid of it. Zach, I'll give you the final thought.
Well, I think that Jason raises a fair point just about what will resonate with voters. I think that the president is a lot weaker than he should be, and I also think part of that has to do with the fact that the president doesn't know how to sometimes even run on his own record. So we'll see.
All right. Thank you, guys. Jason Meister and Zach Friend. Good to see you both.
Thank you.